Good morning, folks. Well, that gun show yesterday was fun to go to, but kind of a disappointment. It used to be you'd go to a gun show looking for a good deal, but I guess those days are come and gone. Good deals are hard to find, especially at a gun show anymore. But Cindy did find this big old gourd basket. That's a pretty good size. She only paid $5 for this. That was a good deal. The reason why, though, is it's got a big crack in it, which is a gourd. It shouldn't be too hard to fix. We can squirt some glue in there and maybe drill it back and forth and lace it together like what they did up here. But heck, these beads here, I bet those beads are worth more than $5 anyway. But anyway, coming home, we still don't have any snow here. Coming home, Hillbilly and Miss Kitty, man, they're getting dumped on. They're getting probably 10 inches, I bet. But coming home, it was snowing pretty good on the pass, and it was slick. It was fishtailing a little bit around the corners. So I went to put it in four-wheel drive, and I don't think the four-wheel drive on my new truck is working. And it's kind of funny. I consider this a new truck. It's the newest thing I've ever owned. My other one was a 1993. This one's a 2001, which seems like brand new to me, but it's still 22 years old. I got looking on the computer this morning on YouTube videos and trying to figure out why it's not working. Well, it's got a four-wheel drive shifter on the floor that locks the transfer case in. But then it's got an actuator on the axle itself that locks in the axle. And that's vacuum from the looks of it. Kind of seems like an important thing to put on a vacuum line, but I don't know. I guess that's the way they did it. Sounds like you can buy a cable conversion to put it on a pole type cable. And I probably will end up doing that. But I gotta crawl underneath there and look and see if there's a vacuum line cracked or something. It might be in that actuator. It's got a diaphragm that could be cracked, or I don't know. But around here, steep as these mountains are, I gotta have four-wheel drive. I might be able to drive up the hill, but I don't want to come down faster than I want upside down either. So anyway, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Yeah, it's probably going to be too dark to see under here. But anyway, it's this piece here. Inside of this is a little diaphragm that runs on a vacuum, and it'll pull a switch, or like a pickle fork, that moves a collar that's on a two-piece splined axle. And that collar slides over and combines both axles and makes it turn. So for some reason that's not engaging. I don't know, these big heavy, actually that's loose. That might be it right there. I wonder if that's supposed to be loose. I bet not. These big old heavy lines that look like wires, I guess are actually vacuum lines. Oh yeah, look at that whole thing. I bet that's the problem right there. Maybe not, but I bet so. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be a hard fix, but it's one of those things I really don't want to mess with. I don't know, I guess I better do it though before the snow hits and we get buried like Hillbilly. So after I turned that off, I just gave this a little bit of a twist. It doesn't wiggle now. I wonder if that's all the problem was. If it's losing vacuum in there, it might be. Well, give it a try and find out. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, I'm kind of betting that that's not it. There is a floor shifter here for two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. That should be in four-wheel drive right there. Before, when I had it working, there's a little light come on right there. It said four-wheel drive, and that's not on. So I don't think I'm in gear. Dang it, that would have been nice, but I'm usually not that lucky on stuff like this. Whatever's the hardest thing to fix, that's what it'll be. Or most expensive. Maybe an easy fix, but expensive. This is what the inside of that looks like. The diaphragm here with the vacuum lines, that will pull this rod, which pulls this little pickle fork and slides that collar back and forth. This axle and that axle is split, and that combines the two and puts it into four-wheel drive in the axle. So what that cable will do, I can get rid of this, and I'll bolt that thing on, and instead of having a vacuum, it'll just have a cable to pull that back and forth. Hopefully it'll work. I wound up buying this. It's a cable. You take the vacuum dealy whacker out and throw this cable in the spot instead. So to put in four-wheel drive, I'll have to put the lever on the floor in and pull this little knob. But for that price, I'll give it a try. The bad news is that it won't be here, they say, until December 12th. So, I won't have any four-wheel drive until then, probably. I need to, it hasn't snowed, it's supposed to. It was snowing a little while ago, but it didn't do much. But I won't really be able to get up the mountain very far without four-wheel drive. So, gotta put my trapping on hold. I do have that beaver problem over across the road, though. I need to go take care of that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.